Welcome back to Kamen Rider Review, episode number 30. I did look up and see how long it's been since my last review for this one. It's been a couple weeks since I actually discussed Kamen Rider. You were thinking, that's interesting. Yeah, the last episode, my last few aired, let's see, it was August 27th, which that's about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think it was. 27th, let's see. Let's see. I think like a little over 2 weeks ago was my last review for this one. Oh, excuse me. As I'm discussing the first 3 episodes of Kamen Rider X. Now, if you're curious, what the heck does this guy's suit look like? This right here, that's the suit. Which I gotta say, it's not a bad looking suit. It still has the turbine thing that the previous three Kamen Rider suits have, and the obvious X thing. The V thing has been interesting to say the least. My guess they must have borrowed that from V3, maybe, I'm not sure. It still has the aggressive motif that basically the previous first two had. And it does have the scarf, basically, the other ones have. But how this one is basically formed, instead of just doing like the whole hand signals like V3, he just basically turns like a little handle, and then like somehow like suit pops up. Then helmet comes in, of course, one half, then the other half. Then he puts that a metal thing that's actually a piece puts on his mouth, and that's it. Puts on the suit. I mean, yes. So the guy's name is Juku. Okay, the guy's name who is the Kamen X. He is Jin Katsuku. That's the guy's name, and he's here for he's pretty much the star of the show. Now, oddly enough, there's no supporting characters at the start. It's just him, like those previous supporting characters from the previous two. One does show up in episode 5. I'm not going to review who he is yet. By the way, the first episode called XXX Rider is Born. Yeah. Though the first episode now introduces the first Kamen Rider. Now, Kamen Rider X is technically the 5th ever Kamen Rider because we have Kamen Rider 1 and 2 from the original series, V3, Rider Man, which was basically Kristen's Kamen Rider 4, and of course, he's the 5th one. This bad is called X. Why is it called X? Not really sure exactly. So, basically, you have Jin just arriving home from basically a study of ocean stuff. Basically, the whole thing about this guy, he has a bunch of underwater, so ocean stuff here. So, by the way, the main organization of this series is called God, which essentially spells God. But these are bad guys. God stands for Government of Darkness. Yes. Yeah. And unlike the first two Kamen Rider series, where we do get a chance to see some of the mini bases, not the main one per se of the villain organization. This one, nope, the monsters are always in the field. All the time. Yeah. Now, in case you're curious, so this thing started from February and ended in October of 1974. Yeah, this is one of the shorter Kamen Rider series. It's only 35 episodes. Thinking, really? 35? That's really short. Yes, seriously. Now, I picked basically. Now, there is a general that's pop up later. I'll get to him. But he's here to episode 21, and I figured that'd be a good place for a stop. Now, the organization symbol is basically this. That symbol of the government of darkness. Yeah, and like the first two, unlike the previous ones, only one organization, not just failure of the one organization gets merged and I want to form a new one. Not necessarily. Yeah, and by the way, their grunts are known as the welfare agents. Yeah, this is them. And they actually talk. Yeah. It doesn't mean like, or telling the camera to shut up. Yeah. Like, oh, be quiet, whatever. Yeah, these guys are very talkative. They don't reveal secrets per se that much, but they do talk. So, yeah, and for some reason, it's hard attacking Jin as soon as he arrived. Oh, by the way, like in the case of the previous one, do not know the reason why they're going after him. Yeah, that was the problem I had with V3. Is like, why the heck is this one going after V3 before we became V3? This one, kind of the same reason. Do not know the reason why. Just basically picked at random. So Ranso's father. His father tells him to put on this special red vest, basically a bulletproof vest while he's a scientist. Apparently he's a roboticist. And by the way, the monster episode is called Poseidon. Actually, it's called Neptune. Yeah. Oh yeah, be the king of the sea and attack people at the sea. That's mostly put what his thing is with this guy. So this guy. Now apparently you watch the episode. It's very similar a little bit with the first episode of V3. We have the monster of the episode killing the main character's parent. Well, in the case of the last one, his parent and sister. This one just his father. And implying Riku basically betrayed him in the episode. Yeah, apparently she was his lover at some point. So he gets killed. His father gets killed for resisting God. So he gets killed, but he gets attacked, and of course Jin gets attacked too. But in order to save his life, his father just makes him a restored human. Basically, kind of a cyborg. That's essentially what it was. At least unlike the last time when you have V3 born, it's not having the first two Kamen Riders. Now he volunteered for that one. In the case of this one, he had no say in the matter. Which is something that I think they borrowed from the original Kamen Rider, where the current Kamen Rider has no say in Kamen Rider X. Now, why the heck is he called Kamen Rider X? Don't know. He's not the head Kamen Rider. He doesn't pop up to like 5 Kamen Riders later. He popped up with a movie that came out in the early 80s. So basically, how does he defeat the monsters in the first 2 episodes? Using his freaking motorcycle. His Cyclone. Which apparently can fly and do flips. And also go underwater too. Apparently also has this Jin station come at any time. So, after he avenges his father, what happened with him, and then the very next episode just goes to a town. Of course, his job is to protect the citizens. Why the heck protect the citizens? Don't know. We'll find out later. So what happened where all these people were attacking Riku for some reason. Of course, this other woman who says who she is, I'm not going to reveal who I am, not just yet, because he mentioned it in episode 3. So, basically, like, these people going crazy, and of course they're blaming this kid because he's got a flute. And he's immune to it. Jin's immune to it mainly because he's a restored human. In the case of the kid, the reason why he was resistant to it, if you listen in the episode, the reason why he was resistant to it was because the whistle has the very same sound as the flute. That's why he was resistant to it. So we had this guy who was protecting the kid, thinking he's on their side, but nope. Turns out he's actually the monster of the episode, a spider monster. Yep. Though he's defeated by the motorcycle at the very end. 2 monsters in a row. Yeah, by the way, both the first 2 explode. The third one basically turns to foams in the mouth, and then he just burns. Yeah, it's kind of weird. The third one, mostly the plot of that one is just trying to drain Japan of all its oil. Yep. That is simply what the thing is. Now, in the case of GOD, what exactly is their main goal? I mean, you could say it's taking over the world. Unlike Shocker, where it was straightforward, this one it's not explicitly revealed just yet. So, yeah. So, by the way, the main monster that was called Hercules, and Kamen X has a tough time battling him. He battles him several times. At a couple points, it looked like he was dead, and he was going to kill this envoy in order to basically have him drain of its oil. Doesn't work out. Also, this kid witnesses the monster killing Interpol agent. Who the Interpol agent was, not explicitly revealed, but Though so far we're getting elements of stuff we see from the previous Kamen Rider series so far, but it's not like blatantly ripping it off. Not necessarily, no. But I do think it's a good start for the Kamen Rider this Kamen Rider run so far. I'm definitely looking forward to talking about the rest. Okay, so that's a particular view. My guess is probably going to be Overlord next. Okay, next video. Bye.